And we're back. Baldur's Gate 3. Right where we left off last time, just outside the crypt. And at this point, now that we've got withers, we need to do some re-specs and stuff like that. So, we're going to go back to camp real quick.
There are important matters to discuss.
Withers says there are important matters to discuss, so let's come chat.
Up. We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Okay, not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
And then some of my favorite dialogue in the game. Skeletons aren't supposed to be able to talk.
Correct.
You going to explain further?
No.
Okay, so what kind of services can a skeleton offer?
A mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Okay, mentioned the cost. What is it?
A matter of coin.
All right. So, here is where the respec happens. Now for Terry, we don't need to respec. We're along the path that I want to go. But other characters, we basically select them. We come over here, we talk to Withers, get to, can you help me change my class? You pay the gold, you make your changes. Simple as that. You can change stats, proficiencies, class all together. And that's what we're going to do for Gale, for Shadowheart, and for lae'zel. They're going to be our main party. The ones that we've started with, those are the ones we're going to continue with. If I, decide one of them isn't working out, we can swap out, say, Astarion or Will, Karlach here in a little while, if we do something like that. So that's what I'm going to do now, is bring each character over one by one, change up their class, and once all three are taken care of, I will come back, show you the classes, break down what's happening, and then we'll continue on with our adventure. We'll see you in a bit. All right, we are back with our party and the respecs. So just to show you, in case you don't know, after you respec, here we are. Let's see. Here we are, wizards. Oh, withers. Hey? Withers, and it costs 100 gold each time. I already did this once, which is why you're going to see 200 gold instead of 300. So, essentially, you just pickpocket Withers, grab your stuff, and if you fail like that, he doesn't care. He's one of the boys.
Best get in and out.
There you go. You get your gold back. So it's free, essentially, to respec. But that's what you do. Now, here's our party. So we have who will be our Gloomstalker Assassin, Terry. Gale, currently, let's switch over to our character sheet, is currently a Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer instead of a Wizard. He is going to be casting, eventually, some big, fiery types of spells. Currently, as far as spells go, we have Scorching Ray, which is essentially a machine gun of fire. It's a great spell. We've got Burning Hands, hey, someone's getting close to him, back off, I'm hot. Little Firebolt cantrip, Minor Illusion, because of the things that I've talked about before. You cast an illusion, it distracts enemies, gets them grouped up, and then do lots of stuff. Friends, I put this on him because I think that, because he has such high charisma, that we might utilize him to maybe gain some advantage on charisma checks against non-hostile creatures, so he could switch over to a face of the party if we need it. So it's just there as a utility just in case. It's a great spell to have if we need it. Otherwise, we got Blade Ward. Just take only half damage from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing attacks. That's mainly going to be for him because he's going to be, a bit lighter on the armors. Magic Missile, it's Magic Missile. And then enhanceability. So essentially, during, like, say, dialogue, we can get advantage on certain abilities with someone who has enhanced ability. Otherwise, there's create a spell slot as a sorcerer. You can spend sorcery points, which we have here, 3 currently, to unlock a spell slot. So if we need to get an extra spell slot for any reason, and then create sorcery points right here. If we need to do that, similar thing. Otherwise, we have meta magic. So there's twinned spell. Spells that can only target one creature can target an additional creature. So for example, if I were to cast, like, Firebolt, that's a 1 target thing. Now I can cast it at 2. And as spells get bigger and better, we can do some extra damage. Otherwise, we have extend spells, so it double the duration of conditions, summons, and surfaces caused by spells. So if we, at some point get either A, a summons, or B, we cast, like, say, a fiery surface, people are burned, stuff like that, we can double the duration. Now with Quicken Spell, spells that cost an action cost a bonus action instead. So, as an example, the Scorching Ray takes an action. Now it can be a bonus action. So we could do 2 Scorching Rays in 1 turn. So it's good stuff. And that's Gale. That's what he is now. Let's move over to Shadow Art, who is still a cleric, but is now a life domain cleric instead of trickery domain, I believe is her default start. She's going to be a healer. That's the gist of it. Healer, support, all that fun stuff. So we got command. We can tell a creature to do something. Hold person, hey, you stay in place. We've got Thaumaturgy. We gain advantage on intimidation and performance checks. So could be very helpful there. Sanctuary is basically you cannot be targeted or attack or harm a creature, so you're just blocked off. But if there's still an AoE type spell, it can still harm you. This is a come and clutch. Hey, we're getting ready to die. Sanctuary, boom, you're saved. Enhance ability. Basically, just take an ability check, and they get advantage with it. Healing Word, heal a creature you can see. Resistance, effects and conditions. Your resistance to gain 1d4 to bonus, or 1d4 and bonus to saving throws. Cure wounds, hey, I can touch you and heal you. Turn undead, we saw that before. We just have an area, we take all the dead and turn them to where they try to run away. Lesser restoration, we can cure a creature from disease, poison, paralysis, blindness. Guiding Bolt, we've had before. Guidance, we've had before. We got Bless still. Preserve Life. Evoke a healing energy that restores your allies. So, there you go. And then Aid. Heal your allies and increase their hit points by, or point maximum by 5 points. So, still a cleric. Still going to be our healer support character. Not a whole lot's changed. We went life to focus a bit more on the heals aspect of it. lae'zel is now an Eldritch Knight fighter, which is going to be cool. Oh, you can also see I changed up some stats as well for these people. So if you want to take note of the stats, here's the time to look, pause, all that other fun stuff. But as an Eldritch Knight fighter, it's basically a fighter who can do magical things. So we've got our Mage Hand, we've got Jump, that's just get the Yankee stuff. And along with the Astral Knowledge, proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability, which is great. Second Wind, we draw on stamina and heal ourselves. Our Action Surge, protection from evil and good, so those scrolls that Shadowheart has. Weapon Bond, this is where we're going. So we ritually bind the weapon in your main hand. The weapon can't be knocked out of your hand, and it automatically returns to you when thrown. This is the thing about Eldritch Knights, that you can be a throwing character. So notice we're all kind of at range in some way. For the most part, I should say. But yeah, this is going to be good. So there's some weapons, when you throw them, they just return to you. Just in the base game, Eldritch Knight, you can say, oh, this great sword, and it comes back, which is cool. Mage Hand, we know that. Firebolt and Long Strider. So this we cast on our party. We've now increased their movement speed by 10 feet, and that's a ritual spell, so it doesn't expend one of our spell slots. And there we go. That is our party at this time.
I've got a long road ahead.
So now that we've got our party, we need to dismiss someone, because I want to bring Will along for these next couple of things to help advance his story, show you some interactions and stuff like that. But the question is, who am I going to release? Probably lae'zel at this moment.
I need a quick word.
Not going to be any combat, really, for this. It's just going to be... Actually, there is one possible chance of combat. I will come back in a bit. So, let's go to our map. Let's go back to Emerald Grove real quick. Just thought of something. There was a fling ring that we want to look at picking up. That earlier I decided, I don't know if I want to have a thrower. Decided I want to. And it's not just weapons we can throw. It's creatures, people,
so,
as well.
Gith, aren't you worried your kind will punish you for consorting with us?
My name is lae'zel, Chucky. And my kin will understand this tiefling's proof fragile.
Oh.
I've a mind to end
She
their
was in the
misery
middle
myself.
of doing some
yourself.
insults.
They're survivors, not soldiers.
I failed to see the distinction.
Alright. Aaron, buddy. Hello again.
Need anything else?
Yeah, wares.
Of course. But please, remember, you're not the only one in need.
That's fine, because I'm gonna sell you a bunch of stuff. So that, see, you got plenty of ways to make your money back. But Ring of Flinging, we need this for lae'zel. Otherwise, there's some gloves that, speaking of gloves right here, but some gloves that I would like to get for Shadowheart that are on a tiefling. You know, could cause problems. Anyway, otherwise, I'm gonna send these over to Gale. Oh yeah, pick this up. I'm automatically wearing it. I will need to use it here in a little bit, so we'll just hold on to that. Throwing stuff, this we can sell. Gale can also... Let me do this real quick. Oh, I can't do that. I was gonna say, Gale can absorb that. It's not the best weapon. Anywho, I think that is good.
Sylvanas be with you.
And with you. So real quick, let's get our Ring of Flinging, where it gains a 1d4 bonus to throw a damage. A damage. There we go. Okay. So we got all that. Now,
Can't keep the goblins out forever.
speaking of goblins.
No fortress and we're no warriors.
Oh, actually, did we... I can't remember. Did we let the crossbow bolt go through the face of our prisoner over here? I think we did, if I remember correctly. All right. So now, let's head out. Just back over this way. There's a little cave up ahead we can clear out. There's a little rock area that we can climb up. There's an encounter. And then there's a small little goblin village, if you will. That's kind of the path we're going currently.
Pave my path with corpses. Build my...
Do you think your kin search for you, lae'zel?
I know they do not. It is my responsibility to cleanse myself.
All right, real quick.
They pursued the Nautilus.
lae'zel.
Perhaps they were trying to kill you.
Let's go ahead and cast Long Strider
I am one of you.
on everybody.
Not be a burden to me.
just to get that extra movement speed. So that way I don't forget later.
Quite ready for you.
Gale, we no longer have the mage armor, so with that. Draco dog, where are you going? You stay over here. You gotta stay over here. Good dog. Oh, he's gotta sneeze. You stay over there. Lay on the bed. He's thinking about it. Now he's over by a vent. Okay, he's back on his bed.
Everything is clear.
All right, let's come on up here. Oh,
With haste.
with haste, indeed. Make sure everyone makes it. Excellent. All right, let's climb up the rocks. Yeah, here, well, namely once we go up this ladder, this is where I was expecting to talk to
Don't mind if I
Raphael.
do.
Potentially do some exploiting of things to get some goodies. But that's okay. Alright, ingredients. A ladder. Let's go. As far as our XP, how are we doing? Okay, so we still got a little ways for our next level up. That's fine.
Open up.
I mainly want to be like, before I exit Act 1, like level 5 or 6 is just the preference. Thief tools? Sure. Let's pick this up and send that over to camp. Oh, potential explosive barrel. All right. Yes. Yes. All good. Now let's come check out the Harper skeleton. Let's check out the Harper skeleton. Thank you. Yes, Shadowheart if somebody was in the way.
This necklace's sigil was also in the cave. The Harpers have been unusually active here.
Okay. And we got Elixir of Dark Vision and some heals. Take all of that. So let's come over here, investigate.
That might be worth a look.
Indeed, it might.
At the back of the crevice lies a bag enfolded in the chitinous squabbling of spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth.
Ah. Well, let's watch the spiders and remain ready to strike.
The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt. A spider egg is nestled within.
All right, so we got our Ranger Animal Handling skill, so it's +2, or a Sleight of Hand, which is, you know, the +7, so we'll go with that. And we'll get a little guidance bonus from Shadowheart. Bump that up even more. First roll of the day, let's go. Boom. That's just how we do it. That's just how we do it.
The spiders scatter, and you stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Something clinks among the coins, eh? All right. So let me do a quick sort of all of this. Clean that up a touch. All right. So our bag. Here it is. Let's open it. So we have a spider egg sac. Something or some things wriggle within the sticky shell. We can hold on to that and get some gold. Let me just put that over there. And now, actually, I'm going to send Gale's pouch back over to Gale. Now we have a pouch that if we just wanted to, you know, store some stuff in, we can do that. All right, so now, outside of that, we just need to come back down here. Let's make sure everyone's following. No stragglers. Nothing like that. Occasionally, people will get stuck up here and decide they don't know how to go down ladders. Good. And we'll just make our way here. Back down the rock. The rocky, or the cragged rock, excuse me. And then before we jump back down, again, make sure everyone makes it. Good. And then we just don't jump. Jump down, not dump down.
These tracks. Goblins?
Some goblins here, potentially. All right. Let's grab this backpack. And grease, healing, thieves' tools. Love to see it. And let's go check out where these goblin tracks might lead to. All right. But a cave. A statue with red glowing eyes. We don't like that. So everyone,
Softer than a whisper.
sneaky time.
A knife in the dark. Glowing eyes are rarely a good sign. Best be careful.
Yeah, if you just blindly come running through here, this will shoot some fire, and there's oil on the ground. There's little oil, aka explosive barrel. Right, real quick, send that to camp.
We got the druid to keep
And
ourselves
turn this
entertained.
off. You come over here to this rune of the eagle.
Boring. Let's
Turn
find
it off. Boom. There we go. Now we can, you know, get up and walk around if we wanted to. If we so pleased. I think I'm just going to leave this off
This
with
is
just
more
a...
fun when he was screaming.
Actually, before I do anything else, lae'zel. We need to bond our weapon we've got in our hands.
Give him something to cry
Okay.
about.
Now, let's lead off. Going back down and hiding. Alright, so otherwise down here we got a 1 and a 2 and a 3. And we get advantage on a couple, and if you look just above my head, like right over here, we come up right to the line of sight, so to speak. So I think we can hit this one without being seen. Plus we have our bonuses to stealth and all that. So now they're coming to investigate. That's what that little white pillar of light was, so to speak. Alright, we're going to do a dread ambusher range. Not on this one. 15 and a 7. I'm going to go after the bigger guy. And then, other than that, I think we come back a touch, and we use our bonus action to hide.
Be cautious.
Then maybe we come over this way just a bit. Okay, good. Now the rest of my party is not in combat. Now here's the thing I've found about the Eldritch Knight stuff. If you do a kind of surprise attack with a thrown weapon that doesn't automatically return, it won't return, and you have to go manually retrieve it. So I think best bet might be for everyone to just get noticed, more or less. Actually, let's pop some magic missile. Just one on each. Alright, that's 2 down. And in this case, I think lae'zel can probably just throw the longsword.
Not a single.
Like that.
Indolence breeds madness.
And it did return. Excellent. Okay, maybe that got fixed. It's been a while since I've played the game and with a Eldritch Knight. Alright. We can stop sneaking. Let's see what you got. Gold. I'll add that to my wares. Otherwise, let's do some lootings. Heals, yes please. Featherfall is actually good. Gale, you can take that.
What's hiding here?
Little thieves' tools and stuff like that, or a trap kit, to be more specific. Vaulting. Who would need that? Probably Gale. Probably. Some more trap disarm. Little kits. And there's the thieves' tools. Excellent. Alright, now let's go over here. Some stuff in a chest and some barrels. But guess what? That chest is trapped. So, let's disarm it. Let's get our guidance bonus, of course. Don't even need to look. I mean, We rolled pretty low, but we still got it. That's the important thing. All right, so it's this arm now. We can lockpick it.
Come on, open up.
Don't even need to look. What do we do? Boom. Okay, Nature's Snare. So this has Fly Trap, a chance to ensnare a target if it is not a plant or a beast. Gale, how about you take that? Animal Speaking, Thieves' Tools, we'll take that. And then otherwise, Oil Barrels, we will pick these up. Oh, I can't pick it up. A little too heavy. Imagine that. So, let's sort real quick. Send that to camp. Actually, let's sort by weight. What's weighing us down? This egg sack. You know what? lae'zel, how about you take that? Let's open this up real quick and send everything but one of our supplies back. This can go to wares. That can go to our wares. That can go to wares. Both of these. I don't know why I didn't look to sell these earlier, but that's fine. Everything else, and that too. Alright, so this pendant that we picked up for the Harpers does guidance as well. So, Gale, why don't you take that, buddy? Just in case for some reason Shadowheart isn't near us, can't cast it, you know, something like that. There's no real reason, I mean, that would happen, but who knows. Okay, I think otherwise we should be okay. Let's pick this up. Then let's send that to camp. Good, 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 good. Don't think there's another one over. Oh, just the chest. Yeah, everything else is good. All right, let's come do some lootings real quick while we make our way down. Stay hydrated. Okay, love to see this. Add that to our wares. Ingredients, arrows. Good stuff for our specific character, some Terry. Wares. That is a throne thing, so what? You know what, lae'zel? Why don't you get that? That great axe, we'll send that over to lae'zel just to see if it's better than the sword currently.
I want to have a word.
His breaths are shallow, his wounds deep. He doesn't respond to your voice.
Okay. So he's unconscious. 1 hit point. Let's see if we can get
I wonder what the next move is.
Shadowheart. Actually, no. I want to save her spell slots.
At least
Let's
things
just do it the
have stayed
old-fashioned way. Let's take one of these and throw it. That'll wake him up. And then he heals himself.
Thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
So how did the goblins, or those goblins, slip into the grove?
It's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Okay, and he's off. But, well, he didn't set off the other guardian statue, but yeah. You come through here into the darkness, and that goes to where the goblin was trapped. There's like a little hidden path back there. That's where that leads to. All right, so now we just need to make our way back out. Looks like we're just gonna be climbing up the rocks instead of taking the stairs. You know what? You think it's best? Cool. And then here's another little path into the grove as well. Just kind of hop down there, go into there. But we don't need to.
lae'zel, how would you punish someone who wronged you?
Wrong me how?
Oh, say murder or theft?
Killing is good. It culls the weak. But theft would be paid for painfully, 1,000 times over.
Good to know.
All right. So now that we got
Bet that will fit in
that
my
little
bag.
part out of the way, we can now go to our encounter. Another pouch.
Something good here.
Let's check it out.
I hope.
That can go to our wares. Gold, of course. There's a shield over here. We can also add to our wares. And in the meantime, for lae'zel specifically, it does do more damage. Now, I can't remember, is the bound weapon until rest? Yeah, it is until long rest. Okay, so we couldn't switch it out and recast it, so we'll wait. But now we have a weapon that is, you know, a little bit better than the greatsword. All right, other than that...
Objective noted.
Nope, lae'zel, you're not leading this party.
All's well that
Terry
ends.
is.
Well, not as bad as it could have.
Namely for Sneaky Sneaks.
I'll
That's the
take
main
that.
reason for leading, not Karazma. Little save.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
Oh yeah? What's happened?
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Let's see. We have medicine proficiency, so we can, you know, try to offer this at the very least. Or we could use our lithid power and say we will go where we wish, but we'll hold on to that. Wounds look deep. Might be able to help. And we'll get a bonus. You know what, Gale? How about you cast guidance? That's all day.
He's hurt badly, and Owlbear got him deep. Well, if there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head.
Let's hold the stare.
Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. He is a true soul. Mind him. He will. He.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin.
Yeah. So perhaps you could help me looking for the druid Halsin.
I don't know any druids.
Fair enough. Then forget the owlbear. You're still alive, so go.
What? And just... leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
Toodles.
They spoke of the Absolute. Same as that goblin, Sansa.
Sansa, that's her name.
Curious.
The one from the cage. All right, Edwin.
Goblins and humans worshipping the same god.
Strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Most corpses feel like toys before you, to be played with and discarded when you tire. This body seems different. A friend calls out from the corpse, desperate to be freed. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
All right, well, let's let our curiosity guide us and free the tadpole. hold on to that. Okay. Now, let's see, Edwin, what you got on you? Let me move this. It's gold. And some sausages and salamis. And yes, you can use the salami as a weapon. But those are going to go to camp. All right.
Tell me, lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Augustil will affix the Zafisk, the Purifier, to our heads. Its magic will quell the parasite in an instant.
Well, there we go. And now from here, we need to make our way over here. So we got some stuff to do. From here, best pathing. There really isn't a best. So let's come back over here because there's some goodies on this bridge. We just won't go into the little goblin village just yet. And then here in a little bit, we'll go get Will as well. Yeah, so here we go. Traveler chests, burlap. That's going to camp. That's ours, thank you. Those we can sell. Might as well sell that. Looks like, yep, another chest back here. And let's sell those.
Let's have a look.
Those can go to camp. And these can go to camp as well. Alright. More people on the road. Aridin, hello again.
Thought you was busy with the foul bloods in Elson's Grove.
Well, the goblins need to be dealt with, so I'm dealing with them.
Bet you will too. Just like my mates here did. Contract cleverly left out, we'd be tits deep in these buggers.
What was the contract?
The kind that leaves half your crew dead. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
Alright, well, let's say I want that gold. Where would I find the relic?
It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you a map of the temple and wish you a happy funeral. But my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own sodger. Goblins made short of the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. Can show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Well, I also hear the druid's leader went with you.
As soon as he heard we had a contract to find that Night Song relic, he was more eager than a hound in heat. When the goblins jumped us, most of my crew scarpered, just like I taught them to. The old codger didn't.
Alright, well, hand over that contract and, maybe I'll get the relic. And we'll save the druid.
I'm just glad to be rid of the bloody thing. Happy hunting. Come on. We're wasting time.
Okay. Laters. Alright, so now that they're gone, we can search these corpses. And it won't be stealing. Lots goodies, lots goodies. Those go to camp. To our wares, pick up. Shoot a green arrow. Covers the ground with acid. That's going to go to Gale. Featherfall also go to Gale. These, let's pick up and add wares. Speaking of Gale, we earlier sent him a little staff. Doesn't really do much damage. It's just mainly the little fly trap option. Oh, Gale, sorry, buddy.
Still alive.
This
so that's progress.
Me. Add wares. Pick that up. This little goblin. Little goblin drawing. Drawn in thick charcoal lines upon animal skin, this childlike portrait depicts 3 stick figures. A goblin with sparks in its hands, a square humanoid figure, and what seems to be an elf. Each of them is wearing a simple crown. Intrigue bound, dear readers. Add that to our wares. Let's I mean, we can't do anything with it. We'll leave it. Otherwise,
More for me.
Some ingredients and not cross this plane right here, but we will.
No traps, please.
Do some more looting.
Goblins ahead. Looks like they're laying an ambush.
Check the backpack. Camp. Get those. Just get all the goodies. Okay, otherwise, now we just make our way back over this way.
Faithisk you mentioned intrigues me. Care to tell me a bit more?
Strange.
An intricate device
looks healthy,
crafted
but
by Malar.
it's
Almost
stone
gifted
dead.
up.
A dead boar. But it doesn't look like it's been touched by scavengers.
Well, let's use our medicine to examine it. And we'll add the bonus scale. You did good last time. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
The carcass seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. You notice 2 small puncture wounds in its neck. Looking closer, you can see the skin around its face is desiccated. It's been completely drained of blood.
Whatever could do that. Intrigue abound, dear readers. I also forgot to check
What's
the bird's
in here?
nest. Birds with the bling. That's gonna go to wares. Otherwise, there's another nest here. Nope. More ingredients. Just make sure to get those.
Tell me, lae'zel, what is it like on the astral plane? Your home realm intrigues me.
Githyanki lay their eggs on other planes. They cannot mature in the astral.
One day I'll catch a break.
I will only be welcomed once I have
Something over there.
Flayer's head.
Alright. So this rocky crevasse, if we were, say, small enough, we might be able to fit into, see?
Not a chance. I'll fit in there.
So we'd have to find some kind of way to potentially transform ourselves to get in there. Hello, Scratch. We'll talk to him in just a moment. By talk to him, I mean we will actually talk to him. Where is our animal speaking? We'll drink one of these.
Or rather, the absence of it. In the astral plane, everything is eternal.
Hey, buddy.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly.
What happened here?
I told you to go.
Alright, let's see if we can use our perception to peer at his collar. Bonus. Shadowheart, let's see what you got. All day.
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch.
You're Scratch, aren't you? Come here, it's all right.
You know my name? Interesting. A predator wouldn't care to learn it. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest.
Well, I don't think he's gonna wake up, buddy.
Of course he will. And then we'll return home.
Well, I mean, come on, you can travel with me if you like.
No, I won't leave him.
Alright, well, if he doesn't wake up, follow my scent. I have a camp.
If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
Anytime, buddy. Alright. So, get some more ingredients and stuffs before we head across the little creek river area over here. Just a few items. There is the Owlbear's cave that we have not gone into. We'll come back to do that. That's going to go to camp for the berries. Nope. That. Yeah, the Owlbear cave is just show you right here. Anyway, that's the owlbear is what attacked
They're not mutually
siblings
exclusive.
that we saw a little
Either
earlier.
serve best with a dash of elements.
Give me this. Okay. So that is pretty much this area taken care of for now. Now we just got to get over here. We're doing this stuff to gain a little bit of early
Your battle stance itself.
items. Early advantage.
Jack, a technique known to few outside Kalir.
Just got to do some jumping.
Teach you.
I'll pass. Thank you. I prefer abjuration over acrobatics.
Let's see if everyone makes it. No, Shadowheart can't swim. Alright, so for right now, that is good. So now we just want to make our way down this way. And real
What if this
quick...
crash doesn't work out, lae'zel? What if your kin fail you?
If I can reach the creche, my kin will provide. Any failure will be mine alone.
Okay.
If you say so. Just don't expect me to put all my eggs in the same basket.
Let's go to camp real quick. So we can get Will. I think I'll switch out Gale and Will. I think that's what I'll do. It's not going to be for combat or anything.
The goblins still infest the roads. As long as their leaders live, Zevlor's people are trapped.
All right. Lots of stuff we could talk to him about, but let's just cut to the chase. I'd like you to join me.
Sorry, but there's no room for me.
That's okay. Gale could do with rest.
I like how you think.
Indeed. Now we could level him up. I'm going to save that. Because if I use Will, not sure what we would do given the current party makeup. So we'll see. If it comes to that. Probably won't.
lae'zel, have you ever done a good
Everyone's
deed
very curious
just
to
for
talk
the
to
sake
lae'zel.
of it?
I have performed deeds well and efficiently. Is this what you mean?
Not exactly. But you answered my question.
We'll get that key on the way back.
Very well.
I'm glad you agree.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
So you're the devil we've been hunting. Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you, her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Stand down, Will. Saw what I saw.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
Hey, gods, you're stubborn. Karlach's devil, and you know it. Or not a Karlach's not a devil, and you know it.
Listen to sense now. Don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
Terry Dewlight.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
All right, well, let's send them back where they came from.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
A warrior who winks at her foes while she slays them. You'd be a fool to refuse her.
All right, sounds like a great plan.
I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. No room in your party. What should I do?
True. Meet me at camp.
All right. I'll catch up with you later. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
All right. Let's check the backpack. So, some drow poison, accuracy, all kinds of goodies that we can take. Will, what you got to say?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Well, what's that supposed to mean? Lay it out plainly, Will.
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up.
What manner of hero is so shrouded in secrets?
I have never called myself hero. But I am bound to an oath. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Okay. So something is coming for Will. Little penance to be paid. Let's get that toll collector's key.
Wonder what it opens.
All right. Otherwise, we got some ingredients. There's a chest over here. Let's see if we get it or if we got to dig it up. I mean, either way, we got to dig it up. But all right, everyone failed, so let's get to digging.
Have you wondered what people will say, Will, when they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster?
I've faced countless perils and conquered them all. This will be no different.
All right.
I've always had a soft spot for the confident ones. They always disappoint, though.
Thanks, Shadowheart. And from here, we're going to pick up another ingredient and make our way over to a little rune, fast travel right here, or sigil, excuse me. Because we'll be coming back here later, deal with the paladins
Bodies
of Tyr.
everywhere. Accident or sabotage?
Good question.
That might be worth a look.
Boom. There we go. Alright, what we got in this one? Arrow. It's giving us arrows. Good. I like that. The fact that we can use those. You know, our character's equipped to use them. Just real quick, gonna pick up some ingredients.
The blade of frontiers, hmm? Do you always need to be the center of attention?
Anything but. I don't fight to be flattered, lae'zel. I fight to save lives.
Okay. Now, from here, we've got to come back across this bridge. There's a few ingredients to pick up along the way, maybe some food at the end of it. That will go to camp. These will go to wares, and then we'll just pick up the arrow. Alright, otherwise, dead knoll. More ingredients. The vases and vases. Don't think they have anything in them. Alright, now, for all this, like the half-eaten stuff and the
Something tore right
everything
through
that's
these
listed,
people.
I am just
They
picking
didn't
these up.
stand a chance.
And we're not going forward to fight these gnolls. Or hyenas. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, spoilers. About what they really are. Actually, I don't know if... Yeah, I think they do become gnolls
I saw you
after a
training those
period of time.
children.
I believe that's the
You're so
proper
gentle.
naming convention for them.
That's not how I was taught.
Alright, real quick while they're talking. Let's send all of that stuff we picked up to camp. Now,
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson after all.
let's make our way back down to where we were. Then we're going to start coming this way, under the bridge and under the hyenas. Just avoiding that bit of fighting. We'll get a little something for us. The Smuggler's Ring, we get Stealth +2, Sleight of Hand +2, and Charisma +1. We're not the most charismatic character to begin with, so we're going to equip that. Add that to our wares. Okay. More ingredients, little crate as well. Well, that's good. More ingredients, and over here, if we detect it,
What's that?
lae'zel, would you do the honors? Oh, maybe. There was a yeah.
Looking ahead.
Old bloodstone. That's gonna go to our wares.
What path lies before me?
Couple of skellies.
It's been a while since these two breathed their last.
4 to 11, but pick that up. That can go to wares as well. Okay, some medium armor. That might be good for Shadowheart. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. That can just go to wares. Let's see, Shadowheart. What do you say about that armor? It is better. There's a disadvantage on stealth checks, but she's not going to play stealthy, so you get to equip that. Now for us, just real quick, not as good. That's fine. So, Shadowheart's armor is going to go to wares.
Gave me a nasty scar.
Have to keep.
I hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Right, now we got some boxes and crates and stuff. We're going to be coming back this way, so I'll get them in a bit.
Anything of use?
Those can go to camp. We'll pick these up for some camp supplies as well. Yep, all those go to camp. And a little reading, but not for now.
Always room for more.
More alchemy ingredients, which, let's go ahead and look at our alchemy. Let's extract everything. And let's see. For potions, we can make a greater healing potion, which is nice. Potion of speed. Those are good. But later, our sorcerer is going to be able to more or less cast that a little later on. Which is so good. The first time I beat the game is basically the build that we're going to use is what Gale is. The first time I beat the game was my character, my party face character, if you will. You don't want to go up there just yet. Just want to swing over this way. And...
A dragon rider.
Oh.
My kin are near.
You can see the shadows, sort of. There's a dragon flying
It
through.
would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it?
I tangled with a dragon once. Never forgot it.
Smoke. Something's burning.
There's our fast travel point. All right. Let's get in here. See what's
I hear
happening.
shouting. Someone needs help.
But first, let's do a small bit of looting. Alright, this light armor might be good for Gale. Might. Let's send it to Gale just to check later on. Add that to her wares, pick that up. These goblins, I'm not concerned with checking right now.
Keep pushing! Duke Ravengard could be inside. On count of 3. 1, 2.
Ravengard? He's here.
Yes! Now make yourself useful! Push, damn it! Push!
We don't have the best strength, so you heard her, Will. Get in there.
Inside! Hurry! We don't have
Good
much
luck.
time!
Alright, so let's now run inside.
You! Stay where you are! We don't have much time! Find out!
There's some stuff to do in here, but we're not worried about it currently. Actually, why am I...
Whatever comes.
All of them... Oh, I clicked outside the window, sorry. That's why the sound just went out. Alright, all of you can stay there while I
this hell. Wonder if the
do
gods
some
want
investigating in
heat coming
here.
off that door. Opening it could spell trouble.
Just keep doing some range attacks here. Break this down.
In here!
We could obviously do a melee attack as well, but, you know.
Come! I'm afraid proper thanks must wait.
Okay. So now they're all gonna go back down there to the entrance. While I stick around up here for just a little bit. Namely, picking up, you know, doing some art collecting. No big deal. And then we're gonna do some supply collecting too.
Councillor Floric, are you all right?
Well, by the living gods, I couldn't have asked for a finer savior. Scorched throat. A few hairs singed off. Nothing a bit of time and fresh air can't cure. Gauntlet, a new duty calls. Drow have taken Grand Duke Alder Ravengard westward, if my eyes and ears can be believed. Report to the Manic and send for reinforcements. We must find the Duke. On your command, Councillor.
No, it can't be. You mean they've taken my...
Yes, Will. The Drow have your father.
Okay, now real quick, I need to switch back over to OBS because I accidentally clicked away from it and other things. There we go, we're good. All right. So, Will, are you a son of nobility? This is lae'zel talking here.
The circumstance of my birth is no matter of pride for neither me nor my father. But pride is no reason to refuse help to my own flesh and blood. How can we help?
Rescue Ravengard from his Drow captors. Baldur's Gate needs him now more than ever.
Trust us to see it through, Counselor. .
We got, actually, we'll just cut to it. All right, let's rescue Duke Ravengard. You have my word.
Thank you. When the Grand Duke returns to the city, he'll hail his only son, a hero. Go. You should pick up the Drow trail with ease. I will seek reinforcements and join you when I can. Remember, Will, courage is found in the battle against fear, not in the defeat of it.
So Father said. I won't soon forget.
Fist to work.
Okay. So now, for a quest reward, we can receive the Sparky Points. Wielder deals damage using the weapon. They gain 2 lightning charges. It is a thrown item. So this is something good for lae'zel. There's the Jolt Shooter. Basically, gain lightning charges as well. So it's, you know, something good for Terry. And then there's the Spell Sparkler. Whenever they deal damage with a spell or a cantrip, they gain 2 lightning charges. So, at least me personally, I think this is best suited out of all of these as the Spell Sparkler, and it's going to go to Gale. So, accept. And Gale, you had a new staff for a little bit. Now you get one that you're probably going to have the majority of the game. Probably, if I remember like my pathing through it correctly. But now that we're here, I'm going to do
at the ready.
One last thing and then wrap up the video. And it's not just talk to Will. There's someone asking for help.
You can put distance between you and yesterday, but you'll never leave it fully behind. Father's words. Hard to argue with them. Floric spoke true. I'm a Grand Duke's son.
Not just any Grand Duke. The most influential in the city, if my memory serves me right. And for once, I think it does.
Alright, well, then the choice is clear. We should rescue Duke Ravengard.
Thank you. That means a lot. But I wonder, what makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? Even the houses of Men's Oberanzen would have little use for my father. No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead Baldur's Gate to ruin. All the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father, but the future of the Sword Coast.
Alright, well, shouldn't keep secrets like this from me, Will.
I know. And you're right. When I look into a mirror, I see 2 faces. I see the Blade of Frontiers, a man hunting the fiends who prey on the weak and claw at the coast. And I see Will Ravengard, the memory of a memory. A man who belongs to the past. I wanted you to know the Blade, not the shadow he left behind.
Alright, let's leave that conversation and do our one last thing here before we wrap up. We're just gonna make our way right up here. All of the stuff that's here, like the supplies and all that, we'll be able to get it later. Now, just need them to join me, specifically lae'zel. Right, so let's do our ranged attacks like we did before, because when this opens up, it explodes.
Help! Anyone?
Okay. Oh. Separate the group real quick.
Fire! Hurry! Get this thing off me!
Alright, we're gonna use the strength to brace yourself and lift the wreckage. Alright, we can't add bonuses currently, but we don't need it. See? Boom.
Almost there.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Oh, he's now knocked down. So let's help him up. And let's jump our way out of here and exit turn-based mode.
He slaughtered everyone. Mary.
Still in control.
Oh, Mary. No.
Let's have a little chat with him.
Mary. No. Gods, no, no, no. You should have stayed. You should have been with me.
So how'd you get separated?
I was in our room. We had a fight. If I just kept my mouth shut about that bloody dowry, she'd still be here.
What was that about, a dowry?
It's for a sister's wedding. I made a stupid joke about keeping it. We argued about it for hours. Then she took the dowry and left. She said I'd never see her again. She was right.
All right, well, this isn't on you. There's no way you could have known.
I'm sorry, Mary. I'm so sorry. Please, just go. I need a moment with her.
Okay. So I wanted to basically do the getting the spell sparkler for Gale and then doing this rescue, because if we leave and come back, I believe after a certain amount of time, we won't be able to do this. And eventually the fires and stuff will go out. We can freely explore this area. But for now, we need to... Well, we'll need to dismiss Will, get Gale back, and then we're going to head over to the little goblin village, so to speak. Lots of stuff to do there. Lots of fun to be had. But we'll do that next time. So, before I go,
As always.
thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. See you guys later.